What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Fans Hobby and Chosen Prime TFCon 2020 exclusive wheel blade, or their version of a Windblade. Now, you may not have heard or seen this before, and that's because this came out during the TFCon that was actually canceled from Orlando in 2020 due to the pandemic. So this didn't really get a lot of fanfare out there, and I actually never picked it up because I wasn't a big fan of the Fans Hobby Athena mold. But the good news is, this is one, it's available on the Chosen Prime's website, and two, they've actually made some fixes to the mold from Athena. Some of the things that I had issues with, they've fixed. Now, it still has, some of its quirks, but overall, I do like it better than Athena. But let's take a look at this alt mode. You got that nice red and black. I think the black is paint. You got the emergency lights here on the top, down to red. Nice silver wheels with hubcaps there. That looks nice. And then rubber-ish tires, not actually rubber. Translucent for the headlights. Silver detail across the front and then on the back. And then the intake here. And then translucent black for the windows. Here's the bottom. It does roll nicely on these wheels. And you can put the power driver or the power master. Actually, this is a junior headmaster, so you can put the junior headmaster inside, and they can sit and kind of drive around. And I also have the guns in here, so I'll show you. Those are set back here, plugged into the side. So you can kind of store everything. There's another weapon, which we'll take a look at in robot mode, and there's also the top of the head for the headmaster. So those don't fit in this mode. So I just wanted to mention that, but overall, I really like the look of this vehicle mode, and yeah, pretty nice. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Magic Square Optimus Prime and another exclusive, their boss figure, which looks really good with this guy. So yeah, fits in nicely with the Masterpiece scale. All right, now let's get Wheelblade transformed into robot mode. There are some minor differences from the original Athena mold, but overall it's very similar. There's a couple of differences, a couple of improvements. So go ahead and take this off. That'll just make your life easier. And actually, I'm not going to put it back on. You can, I'll show you later, you can put this on the backpack. And that's the configuration it should be in. But I'm not actually going to do that because this looks really nice without it. But let's go ahead and take this Power Master out. And we can put the arms down to the sides, lift up on this, and we're going to accordion down the feet. And make sure the arms are straight and plugged in. And then you can take the face mask here. And now we can set this aside for now. So let's work on this one. So go ahead and unplug the doors from here, and from the front and the back. That'll allow you to slide it down. We're going to close up the glass and then close up that black piece. And this is going to come down and just sit right here. Take the rear view mirror, rotate that in, and then fold that down. All right, same on this one. Bring that out, untab it from here, bring it down, close the glass, close the black piece, bring this down, rotate the rear view mirror in so it's out of the way. All right, we can unpeg the two legs from each other. This part can get a little tricky, so you can close these up, angle these down like this, and then rotate them out. We can plug this in on the bottom just to stop it from getting in our way. And this is one improvement they made. This tab actually stays. On the original Athena, it would pop out and fall off very easily. Now these pieces actually stay and work very well in robot mode. So go ahead and open up this, and this is the trickiest part. You got to get this past this black piece here. Then we've got to open this up, and we're going to open up the leg. And it is definitely tricky because you got to work all this plastic past each other. So just keep an eye on this. We're going to open up this leg and make sure this makes its way past. Open up this piece here. Open up the knee all the way. And bring this down. We're going to bring the foot down. Bring this over and fold it flat. Bring the toe up so it looks like that. Then we can take this and close this up. And that's one leg done. So because the other one is also a little challenging, I'm just going to do it on camera. But open this up and make sure it makes it past all of this stuff. Open this up. We're going to open up the leg, making sure this works its way past. Right, keeping an eye on that. Open up the knee and then open up this whole panel. Bring this over. Bring this down. Fold up the toe. Bring this over and close this up. And there are your legs. And like I mentioned, there are some improvements. One of them is these ball joints on the thighs are tighter. Figured I'm here, might as well talk about it because they put a clear coat on this plastic. So that's one of the improvements. You know, the ball joints aren't flopping all over the place. When I first got Athena, it was flopping all over. But let's work on the top part. So come to here, we're going to unpeg this from each other. Unpeg this from each other. Bring this around. You have to actually rotate it twice. And then that's going to make its way down into here. And actually you can move this out of the way. And get this down. And that's part of the back. Same on this one. Rotate this around. Bring this down. And actually these will peg together. So bring them together. Tab it in. Tab this in. And then bring this down. And that should be flush with her abs. Now we can close these up. Right, now we'll finish up the arms. So go ahead and bring this back. Remove these guns for now. Just take those out. Close up these panels. Open up the arm. And then bring the arm down. Rotate the arm to the front, rotate the hand. Same on this one, bring the arm down, rotate the elbow to the front, and then rotate the hand. And this is the part where it's kind of optional, you know, how you want to set it up. Now the original, you could do something like this, and then take the backpack and plug it in right here. And my personal preference is not to do that because that's a lot of junk in the trunk. And also, you can actually make her look more like Windblade. So let's take this off. And we'll just set these back here for now. And you want to set this up so that this hinges up and down. So rotate it so it's up and down. And then bring this into the middle like that. Right, same on this one, hinge up and down, and then bring this hinge to the middle. So you should have something like that. And, you know, that's the most accurate looking for this character, which is why I wanted to do it that way. But again, your choice, you can do it however you like, but I tried to make it look more like Windblade with the wings. Last step here, we're going to take the headmaster and plug this in right here. All right, and there's Windblade in robot mode, and it looks really nice. There's that head sculpt. That's a really well done Windblade. Now, I have it on good authority that this was designed after someone I know, and that's pretty cool. You got some nice blue and black paint here. That's kind of new. Silver paint here for the abs. Black accents here and there. Here's the back in the configuration I put it in, which it's not in the instructions, but I think this makes the most sense. As far as the articulation, the head can rotate around. Goes up and down a little bit, just based on the way that headmaster fits in there, but Shoulders will rotate around. You have to kind of work around this wing that I created, but it will rotate around. Goes in and out on a hinge on the shoulder. You have a rotation here at the bicep. Double jointed elbow gets the full bend. Rotation at the wrist, individually articulated, actually not individual, just in the thumb is on a hinge, and then the fingers are all attached together on 2 hinges. So you can get them into a fist. Coming down to the waist, you have a waist rotation here. You have an ab crunch. It's all on a single ball joint. Sometimes it does get caught up, so you just got to be careful on how you manipulate that. The legs, the thighs are on ball joints. The original Athena, this was a problem, but this one, nice and tight because they've done a clear coat over that black plastic. So it holds very nicely. Out to the side, and that was one of my biggest complaints with the original. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. This panel gets in the way, so as far as you can go. You have ankle tilt, about that much. You can also tilt the toe a little bit more. And then you have back and forth on this joint. For the accessories, we do get the original 2 guns just done in red and black plastic. These will actually mount to her hips. So if you want, you can store them like this. Or you can take the gun, open up this handle, which has always been a little quirky to get it out. So use a spudger. That's what the gun looks like. And that'll fit into her hand and tab in. And this is another thing, it appears that they've improved or fixed, is the tab is nice and tight. It doesn't fall out. The original, it was very annoying. It would just fall out. But there you go for the gun. That looks really nice. And the new accessory, which is kind of the coup de grace, is this sword, which comes with a sheath. It's got a wheel as the hilt, which is really cool, and exhaust pipes. Translucent pink for the sword itself. That looks really good. So you can't put this in the sheath, and then because it's got the slot, you can tab it in on the side, right here. And she can kind of hold it. And that's pretty cool. You can also kind of have her pulling it out. You know, you can get the hand sort of getting ready to reach for it. You know, like that, which is pretty cool. And then, of course, you can actually hold it. So we'll leave this here. And this has a tab on it. So same as the gun, we'll leave this off for now. You can tab that into the hand. And close the hands around it. And now she's got this very nice looking sword. And for a quick size comparison, there she is next to the Fans Hobby exclusive Arson, their version of Pyro, and then the Magic Square Optimus Prime. So it fits in basically the same as the other Junior Headmasters. So final recommendations on the Fans Hobby and Chosen Prime exclusive Windblade. I'm going to give this a 4 to 5. I'm going to recommend it. It's a soft recommend, but I am going to recommend it. I think it looks really nice in robot mode, especially that head sculpt. They nailed the look of Windblade there. I love the addition of the sword. It's just very creative to have a sword with a wheel as the hilt. And I also like the fact that you can do this thing with the wings to make it look more like Windblade. Now, the funny thing about that is on the box and on the marketing of this, it doesn't show that anywhere. You can see it has it kind of down to the sides. That's kind of a key thing for this, right? You really need it to look like her wings. And with the wheels there and with the way it's displayed, you can't actually make it look like a wing blade. But unfortunately, it just wasn't advertised that way. Now, it still does inherit some of the issues from the original Athena, for specifically the transformation and getting these legs transformed. There's still a little bit of collision there. But I like that they improved some things, like the ball joints on the thighs, because they coated that in a clear coat. You know, everything's solid, right? It's not going anywhere. She can see she can hold a pose. She's not falling down. The other thing is the weapons tend to tab in better. Both the guns and the sword tab in very nicely. And I remember on the original that was an issue. So I like that they fixed a few things, but just keep in mind it is still the Athena mold. So if you had issues with the transformation, those are still true here. But definitely for me, it completes the exclusives for my exclusive collection. So I'm very happy to have this. And I really like both the robot mode and vehicle mode. But that's really it for today. If you're interested in this, they're actually still available as of the date of me publishing this review. They're still on the Chosen Prime website. So if you want to pick one up, you can. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the Chosen Prime and Get Right Robot for putting this together. And we'll see you next time.